Media conference of the tournament from St George's Park. I'm joined here, as you can see, by Ben White. We'll shortly be taking questions, but before we do, just the usual housekeeping rules. As we're joined by people in person and also virtually, we will try to be fair, so we'll look to interchange questions between both groups. So those watching on virtually, please raise your hands as and when you have a question, and if you can try to limit it to one question with the option of a follow-up, that'd be great. But we'll get underway with Sky Sports News, and we have Carve ready to start us.
Ben, first of all, congratulations on being called up to the England squad. What were you planning on doing this summer, and what have the past 2 weeks been like for you?
Yeah, it's been very surreal. Obviously, I didn't think this was going to be happening. Thought it was going to be somewhere hot in Portugal or somewhere like that. But you know, it's mind-blowing, really. I didn't really expect any of this to happen, and you know, even the first bit being in the 33-man squad was enough for me, and you know, to make it to the final squad was unbelievable.
What was it like when Gareth called you? Were you expecting good or bad news?
I don't think it can be bad news when the gaffer's going to ring you. I got a call from someone at Brighton that was telling me that he was going to call me, and I was just waiting for the call.
And what did it feel like when he told you that you were in?
I don't think I've let it settle in yet. It's something that I've never felt before. It's obviously very different. The news like that is something that doesn't normally come around. So yeah, I was just speechless, really, and obviously felt amazing.
Obviously, everyone's been reading about your past over the past few days. You were rejected by Southampton when you were 16. How did you fight back from that? And did you ever consider quitting football altogether?
No, I don't think so. It's always been my passion, and the day that I did get released, I spoke to my mum about it, and she said, like, do you want to be a footballer? And I was saying yeah. So you know, she got on the phone to different clubs and managed to get me some trials in different places.
And the final one from me, obviously a lot of the other players in this squad were in Russia in 2018. Do you remember what you were doing that summer? What was it like for you then?
Very different to what it is now. I think I was probably on holiday, watching it, maybe at home. Normally watch all the England games with my mum, so yeah, always watch them.
Were you at Newport at the time?
Yeah, I think I was, yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Thanks, Carve. Okay, we'll take one quick one from those joining us online, starting with Jack Pitbrook from The Athletic.
Hi, Ben.
Oh, yeah.
You've obviously worked under some great managers like Bielsa and Potter at club level. Can you compare Gareth's approach to them and the sessions he puts on with you?
I think the last week has been very different to what I'm used to. Obviously at club level it's a bit, you know, you get your rest days, and coming here this week it's been really tough with obviously the players that are here, and it's been really tough, but it shows the level that all these players are at and the level that I need to get to.
And what about the general idea of how to play the game that Gareth's tried to get across to you guys so far?
Yeah, I think it's not too far away from what I've been doing all season. Obviously with the Leeds manager it was very different, and no, it's good finding out different ways to play and different options that you can bring to the game.
Thanks, Jack. We'll go back to the room with Kerry Brown from BeanymanSports.
This time last year, you were trying to gain promotion with Leeds United and Phillips to our left, from Leeds United into the Premier League from the Championship. How did that shape you, and how wild is it to think then you were trying to get into the Premier League and now you're coming into the England squad?
Yes, it's very surreal. Obviously going to Leeds, I didn't expect to play the amount of games that I did, and obviously to go up as champions and play every minute in that season was incredible. And you know, this season's gone quick as well. I've played nearly every game in the Premier League, and now in the England squad.
How much did Bielsa have an impact on you in believing that youth doesn't matter as long as you're old enough, you're good enough? Because he blooded through great young players, Pep Guardiola calling him the greatest mind in the game. How much of an impact did he have on your self-belief, or was it always there?
I think, I wasn't made last year. I think I've worked hard for 10 years, and it doesn't suddenly just come in a year and you're doing well. I had 2 loans before that and played quite a few games there, so I think that's helped me build and obviously perform at the level that I have.
And if asked, you'd be ready to go into a starting 11 at Euro 2020?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, I'm ready.
And what influence does Harry Maguire have on the team? And do you think he's going to be back for this first match?
I'm not the physio, I wouldn't know, but obviously you can see for United at club level, he's obviously a massive part of their team and a crucial player as you've seen in the last 2 years.
And looking to this tournament and how much an impact that Gareth Southgate's already had taking this team to a World Cup semi-final, what have you seen of him as a man manager? What has he said to you now that you're into this final squad?
Yeah, I spoke to him obviously on the phone when he told me the news, and we spoke about the game that I played the other day, and he just told me to believe in myself, and I'm here for a reason, and just to do what I do.
Yeah, incredible pace. You're great in terms of aerial capabilities as well. Who were the players that really shaped you, that you moulded yourself on?
I think it's a little bit of everyone. I think trying to pick little bits out of each defender. Obviously, watching the Premier League every week, you can see the different types of players and trying to pick different things out of each player.
One particular?
Back in the day, I think it was Rio Ferdinand. That was the one for me.
Thanks, Gary. Back to Zoom with James Avundra from TalkSport.
Hi Ben, I take it your mum was the first person you spoke to when you found out you were going to be part of this Euro squad. What was her reaction, and how much credit do you give your parents for your journey and what you've been able to do so far, considering some of the struggles you had when you were very young?
Yeah, it literally is all down to my mum and dad. I definitely wouldn't be where I am right now if they didn't help and help me along the way with all the stuff that they did. I give her a ring straight away, and she was crying on the phone again. It was obviously an unbelievable moment, and unfortunately I didn't get to share it with them, but had a long journey home.
Thanks, James. To Nat Perks, BBC Sport.
She's already crying now. What's she going to be like if she watches you in the Euros?
Yeah, I have no idea. She's obviously so happy for me, and she's seen how hard I've worked, and for it to be paying off now is obviously all that she wants to see.
Gareth just said he had a chat with you all about this moment, taking time to reflect on what it means. What did he say? And what were your emotions? Is it becoming real for you now?
Yeah, I think obviously we had a video, and it showed everything that the history of England and all the players' struggles coming through the years, and it's obviously a massive moment. But I think the team now is obviously a very good group, and I think we're looking good.
You just said bring it on, but you could end up playing quite a big part in these Euros. Do you have any nerves at all, given you've never been here before?
No, I think obviously I've played in all the leagues, and before each league, I was wondering if I could, step up to this league, and year after year I've managed to do it, and I think it's just another one of them.
And without dragging the mood down, so forgive me here, no other major European team has played as many games at the Euros and not reached a final. How is this time going to be different for England?
Well, I think it's a different group, isn't it? Different atmosphere, and a different way of playing. I think we're ready. Everyone's looking sharp, and let's see.
Thanks, Nat. Back on Zoom with Graham Smythe from the Yorkshire Evening Post.
Hi Ben, last season at Leeds, you said you find murder ball very tough to begin with. I wondered if that experience of overcoming the difficulty had helped prepare you for coming into a training environment like this one.
Yeah, obviously Leeds was really tough, long days, long training. But yeah, it's something that is very different to club level. I think the sharpness of all the players here is definitely higher. But it's something that I'm going to have to adapt to and get used to.
Thanks, Graham. We'll end the live section of this press conference there and move on to a very short section embargoed until 10:30 p.m. this morning. If we can keep it short, because we've got Luke Shaw sat there ready and waiting to jump straight into the hot seat. So we'll start this embargoed section with Mark Mann-Bryans from Press Association.
Hi Ben. You mentioned you were released by Southampton and you come through the league, because I feel that players have in this squad. We saw the like of Tyrone Mings as well, had to come back from the disappointment of being let go at a young age. Does that kind of thing add a hunger to the squad, do you think?
Yeah, I think everyone has their own stories, don't they? Different pathways through to where they are now, and I think it's good to have different stories in the team.
Thanks, Mark. Matt Nash from the Metro.
Hi, Ben. Just wondered, do you see yourself as a centre-back who can play midfield and right back, or do you see yourself as a versatile player who will just play wherever's needed?
I think I prefer playing centre-half, but I'm very open to any position I can benefit the team in.
Thanks, Matt. Next to James Robson from The Standard.
Hi Ben, you talked about obviously your delight at getting in, but that obviously the flip side of that is misery for someone else. I wonder if Trent's reached out to you or you reached out to him since of course he was ruled out.
No, we haven't spoken yet, but everything's gone really quickly, and I'm sure we'll talk about it in later stages.
Thanks, James. Next to Alex Howell from BBC Sport.
Hi Ben. Played against Harry Kane for Newport in 2018. Is kind of what you remember from that occasion and your journey from then until now.
Yeah, it was obviously a massive game for me. Playing for Newport against a team like Tottenham is obviously huge, and it was a great experience to play against one of the best strikers in the world, and I think I gained a lot of confidence from that.
Thanks, Alex. And we'll go to Richard Mills next.
Hi, Ben. Congrats on the call up.
Thank you.
I just wanted to ask, what have you learned from your time with the fantastic players? Is there someone in particular who you maybe kind of taught you a couple of things you can take back to Brighton? And what's it been like reuniting with Calvin Phillips, your old mate?
Yeah, it's obviously been a tough week. The players here are obviously unbelievable, and I think finding little bits out about each player and picking bits off to learn from them. And obviously it's amazing to see Calv. Haven't seen him for a while, so yeah, it was nice to see him.
Thanks, Richard. And we'll finish with Nizar Kinsella from Goal.
Hi, congratulations, Ben. I was just thinking, on your way to the camp, you were in the camp, and I was just thinking, what moments did you reflect on? Was it kind of like your mum making those calls for the trials after your release, or was there any other moments that you think were pivotal in getting you to this stage?
Yeah, I don't think I've really had time to think about it. I think it's all happened really quickly, and obviously there's moments in my career so far that have got me to this stage, and my mum's a massive part of that. It was just quite emotional to speak to her, and because this is the dream, and this is where I want to be.
Okay, thank you, Nizar, and thank you everybody for joining us. We'll have Luke Shaw with you very shortly. Thanks.